The early republic. The Romans established a form of government called a republic. It was copied by countries for centuries. The Roman Republic was a government in which citizens elected representatives to rule. A republic is different from a democracy, in which every citizen is expected to play a part in governing the state. All males over age 15 who were descended from the original tribes of Rome became citizens. Citizens of Rome distinguished themselves from slaves and other non-citizens by wearing a toga. Most wore a white toga. The wealthy class of aristocrats controlled the early republic. In Roman society, the aristocrats were known as patricians. The highest positions in the government were held by two consuls or leaders who ruled the republic. A senate of patricians elected these consuls. Poorer citizens, or plebeians, had almost no say in government. Both men and women were citizens in the republic, but only men could vote. Custom said that patricians and plebeians should be strictly separated. Marriage between the two classes was not allowed. Over time, the plebeians elected their own representatives, called tribunes. They gained the power to stop some measures passed by the Senate. Gradually, the plebeians gained even more power. Eventually, they could hold the position of consul. However, the patricians were still able to use their wealth to buy control over leaders. The Roman Senate. The Senate was created as an 100-member group to advise Roman kings. When the kings were expelled from Rome and the Republic was formed, the Senate became the most powerful governing body. Instead of advising the head of state, it elected the chief leaders, called consuls. For centuries, senators were only from the patrician class. By the 3rd century BC, Rome had conquered vast territories. The powerful senators sent armies, discussed terms of treaties, and had control over money matters. Occasionally, an emergency such as a war arose that required the leadership of one individual. In these cases, the Senate and the consuls could appoint a dictator to rule just until the crisis was resolved. A dictator had all of the power, including and control over the military. The 12 Tables. One of the breakthroughs of the Republic was the idea of people being equal under the law. In 449 BC, government leaders carved some of Rome's most important laws into 12 tablets. The 12 Tables were the first Roman laws put in writing. Although the laws were harsh by today's standards, they gave citizens equal treatment. An example of a law from the 12 Tables was that a person was permitted to gather fruit falling down on another man's farm. A harsh law said if someone had written or sung a song that insulted someone else, he should be clubbed to death. Roman law took an unusual approach to people in its conquered lands. Rather than rule those people as subjects, the Romans invited them to become citizens. The people then became a part of Rome, rather than enemies fighting it. The new citizens received the same legal rights as everyone else.